Time for Game 3, the 2v2 of the University of Windsor versus North Carolina State University in the CSL playoffs, round of 128. And of course, Geets, you're back!
I'm back here for another 2v2 exciting CSL match.
All right, yeah, you excited for this one, 2v2?
2v2s are my specialty. I love watching these. A lot more action, a lot more excitement. This
Yep.
one's about to be wild.
Everyone watching knows I love my 2v2s as well, and we'll kick it off with my favorite one to introduce. He's the Brotoss for the University of Windsor. He is Broseph Stalin, and of course his ally here in the upper mid. He is the Purple Zerg, also for the University of Windsor. Of course, it is UNM Rage.
And the crowd goes wild.
Ah, yeah, and here we see in the ally chat the North Carolina State University's Creamer, the red Protoss in the bottom mid, who's telling his ally that he's just not going to bother scouting. His ally, of course, being in the middle center here on IC Cup Deconstructed. Also for North Carolina State University is Island Fever. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 guesses, all right?
It's an early spawning pool.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you have a pretty easy guess then. I was going to ask you, what kind of all-in are we going to see here? Because it's 2v2, and of course we're going to see all-ins. So what's it going to be?
I don't know. We see you Rage here doing the exact same build as pretty much as Island Fever. Except he has his gas up a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
It's going to be interesting.
we're seeing gas pool out of each side here. So that means quick speed, and then we're going to have to see if they stay on gas. And there's the trademark evolution chamber here out of UNM Rage, so expect that +1. We saw Carapace last time around. We'll have to see if it is Carapace once again. As for Broseph Stalin, Protoss here in the mid-left. Just getting Cybercore second gas relatively early. We'll have to see if he goes in for the typical Blink Stalker build. And then, in terms of the Protoss counterpart, second gas going on down just now, so just a little behind that. And a Roach Warren from Island Fever. So we're going to see some sort of early Roach Rush, no expansion coming up here out of Island Fever.
Now you notice that early, he always ends up getting that +1 or +1 on armor before he even gets his link speed.
Yeah.
For you Rage?
Yeah, so the reason for that would be that the upgrades for Carapace or attack are 160 seconds, speed being only 110, so it actually takes longer to get that upgrade. Now, we do see the Carapace upgrade, which is the same we saw him do in last week's CSL game. Now, the problem in this case would be, last time there were Banelings, which it helps out way more than attack, because it takes 2 Banelings to kill a Zergling with +1 Carapace. But Roaches, Carapace does literally nothing against pure Roach, because no matter what, it takes 3 hits from the Roach to kill the Zergling. So he's only going to really benefit out of the Protoss attacks, or maybe the combination. So in this case, attack may have been a little better, but there'd be no way of knowing that without the scouting information. And we do see the 4-gate coming out of here from Creamer. Straight up 4-gate, Roaches headlong into it. We actually see 1-gate Twilight Blink out of Broseph Stalin. So if they go straight for the Protoss, he's dead. If he goes straight for the Zerg, he's probably dead too. The Zerg has a better chance of holding. So we don't have shared bases. In a shared base scenario, potentially this could hold off. Ling's very, very effective against early attacks if you're building them ahead of time. Like, there's almost nothing you can do. So, and it does look like he's going for the Protoss here.
It's a pretty big army over there, Derek. I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tough hold. The Zerglings move in with nothing but Stalkers here. They're going to be able to do damage, but if the just move in, have to pull back. So pretty much in this situation, what I'd have to say is there's no way for these Zerglings to move in and take out that army. What Broseph Stalin needs to do right now is die slowly. It's 2v2.
Slow, painful death.
If they all in one player, your obligation, if you cannot survive, is just to take as long as possible so your ally gets as much advantage by him not being in the position of committing as much. Right now, Island Fever and Creamer all in completely, so they don't have a follow-up to this. They are pretty much all in, as it says.
Ewan's doing a pretty nice job to clean up where he can, though. Oh,
Yep.
he's got some nice micro going on.
Versus kind of needs to pull out a gas right now. Not very useful at the moment. Of course, going to be dead pretty much no matter what. The nice blink away with that single stalker. I think the biggest problem here is you win M-Rage. Can't really capitalize on the fact that he's not being attacked.
He should just run by.
Yeah, a
just go.
counterattack
Yeah.
could be very effective as well. Probably on the Zerg since the roaches are slow, but there's not a whole lot you can do. Holding back here, he could have been picking off reinforcement roaches, but as I mentioned,
Oh,
the biggest thing that he has a problem with is there's no actual expansion, so he doesn't really have a follow-up himself, so there's no way to take advantage of him not dying for all this time.
yeah, there's not much you can do here.
Well, if he can catch this big group of stalkers, that would be one thing, but the Roach is going to push that back from the high ground. Now going to be counterattacking, and runs right by that pylon. Probably could have picked that off if he wanted to. Here come the Warpins, so this now finally going to be going for the counterattack, but this may be a little late, particularly because
They're just gonna face.
yeah, North Carolina State moving in now on M-Rage's base as there's nothing left on the Brotoffa side. There's a GG from both players. Looks like North Carolina State University going to bring this back 2-1. So picking up their first win in this series. Can they keep it going? We'll have to see in